All right, as usual, we'll start with the ES and we'll go through the sectors. All right, so what we have today is an inside day. So, well, inside day today is a little, it's still indecision. Uh, Generally, when you have an inside day, the next day you would expect to move on the way of the trend. So the trend is still up for now, and there is still a good possibility that we'll see a move higher. So we had this 4440 as the support, which it did bounce yesterday. ES did. So as long as this 4440 is still a support, I think the market is going to be okay. And it is, see, whenever you have such a steep move, you will always have sellers. So we had this hammering out of this bottom. It took a while, and the same thing might be taking, happening again. As long as this 4440 is as long as we have 4440 as, I'm sorry, I'm looking at a lot of things. As long as we have this 4440 as support, I think we are going to be okay. And this bounce is still going to be continued. So for now, today, I thought we will see some kind of, resolution, either higher or lower. And it stayed between this 50% and 38 percentile fib. However, the problem was not in ES. It's in NASDAQ composite. I think we had a distribution day here. I'll show it on the, I don't know if we can send, there is no volume here. I'll show it on the MarketSmith. So the volume today is higher than on Friday. So that's a distribution day. You generally don't want to see, this was the follow through day on 128. No, sorry, 131. So it's generally, if we don't see any follow through days, that would be better. But still, and also we have been for all the days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, right? Since we had the follow through day, the volume has been decreasing. So that is not something that you want to see. It does not mean that things are never ideal in the market. Okay. So it should either break that level, the high, which is 14,500 to the upside, or break the low of, on Thursday. Thursday is when we got the results of Facebook, I believe. So the expectation for me right now, NASDAQ is a relatively, it's been weak forever, but today also there is more weakness in NASDAQ. ES is still holding okay. And when I look at individual sectors, other than, healthcare still looks okay, financials look great. There are a bunch of sectors that are looking really good. So right now, we still don't know where the market is going. All we know is that we had follow through day, and we are still working on it to resolve either up to the upside or to the downside. So again, also for ES, we have this 4440 as the 38% retracement, and also we have that 200-day moving average. So as long as, we stay in this one, I think, and then we have to see some good move in the stocks too, upside pressure. But today, again, we did not get any kind of resolution today. We'll see what happens tomorrow. NASDAQ does not look great, not yet. NASDAQ, this will take probably more time because most of the tech went down really. I mean, even the stocks like Nvidia, it will be hard for them to bounce really fast because you have so much of overhead supply. So we'll see how that goes. I think we have Nvidia this week or next week. Next week we have earnings of Nvidia. Yeah, Raghu is saying that, yeah, the fade in Google. Well, the fade in Google could be because of this big gap. We have to see how it will behave once it hits the gap. I want to see. I mean, among the mega cap, we had, well, I mean, we did not have good earnings on Facebook, but Microsoft did okay, Google did okay, Apple did really well. So Amazon did well too. I mean, compared to Facebook, it is still in this range. So I think it is still okay. If these starts to move lower, yeah, there is nothing stopping the market to go down. But until that happens, we are not going to assume that it is going to happen. So I wanted to talk to a little bit about Amazon today. The reason I got out is because it went all the way almost to the 50-day moving average. Then it started moving lower. And also this big move from, what is that, 2,700 to 3,200. That's a big move. So that could also be a reason to see so many sellers. So that's why I got out. I'm still in Tesla. I mean, Tesla still looks good. This testing of, what was that level? 940 level so many times. I mean, today the market was weak. That's why I think it came down. But I still believe in if there is any strength in the market, Tesla will explode upside. Russell is the weak one. Today we had a bounce, but it is still weak. It is so far away from its 52-week high, and you have so much of. There is something else. This is, when did this start? In the last February, right? If you look at the advanced decline line, that's when we had the highs of advanced decline lines. That's in last February. So if you think about it, we have been in a downtrend in advanced decline line for a year. That's like having a recession for almost a year. So that is one thing to think about. What I mean by that is there is a good possibility that we could just bounce from here and everything else could take off with it.
Hey, KP, can I ask you a question here?
Yep.
Yeah, so basic question. What's the difference between the IWM and Russell 2000?
Well, IWM is the ETF based on this this futures. That's it.
So okay, so we can trade only IWM but not the Russell 2000. Okay, that's
yes, you can. I mean, if you trade futures, you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I posted sometime in the back. So like you said, it's been down for 1 year, right? Or consolidating or down.
Yep.
And I was looking into it. So it says that IWM has been shorted for 40%. Is that because of that reason?
Shorted 40%, really?
Yeah, 35-40%. Like I mean, in my Merrill Edge, it showed 35%, but some other location it's showing 41%, but somewhere between 35 to 45. It's been shorted a lot.
Well, I mean, see, it's an index, right? For some of them, shorting the index is a way for them to.
Can you look at the shorting percentage in the Market Smith, please?
Well, Market Smith is a little weird, but can you guys see the Finviz?
Not yet, actually.
Oh, hold on. Let me share that. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
So they should have the short. There's no short float here. That's weird. I'll check it out. I'll check it out and I'll let you know. But again, as I was saying, what people do is they will keep their small cap stocks and they'll go, they'll short IWM. That's one of the ways. And a lot of people who have all the growth stocks that have been hammered, what they'll do is they go short the ARC K, and they'll keep their stocks. That's one way to hedge. So, and shorting an ETF or an index like this shouldn't mean much unless the entire market is moving higher. It's not going to make any difference. You see what I mean? Because it takes a lot to move an index like that. So I'm assuming your question is that will there be a short squeeze? Is that
No, not short squeeze.
Okay.
So my question is like, is the IWM not moving or Russell 2000 not moving because of this short interest?
No. I mean, when there are shorts, right, the movement will be more, not smaller. It will be bigger because there will be plenty of short squeezes, and you will also see some bottom fishing guys, who will buy. The volatility will be more when there is more short interest. It shouldn't be the other way. But again, if you think about it, we are talking about 2000 stocks, right? So to short 2000 stocks is, it's more or less they are going short the market, or they are hedging their positions.
Yeah, you can
One
check
of
the
the two.
short interest because I have checked in a couple of places and they are saying at least 30 plus. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll check it out. But I don't know what, I mean, we cannot figure out any trade based on that, is all I'm saying. We know that, it's been, see, whenever you see a breakdown of such a consolidation, you will see a lot of people, going bearish on it. And that's natural.
Because of this, like the mid cap, right? So the mid cap stock has to be have a like very good relative strength, right? Because the ETF or the
That's mid cap ETF. What
yeah,
about
yeah.
it again?
No, what I was saying is because of this, like the stock has to have really good relative strength, right, to move up against the ETF, correct?
Well, I mean, ETFs, okay. ETFs move based on the stocks, not the other way around, right? I mean, it's easier to go or trade the ETFs only because you don't need a single stock risk. That's the only reason people go buy ETF or sell ETFs, because they want to reduce their risk. A single stock, it can go up 20% or go down 50%. That can happen in a single day. But for ETF, that will never happen. That's one of the reasons a lot of people trade ETFs.
Okay, is this short interest is because like they're shorting many of the small mid cap stocks, or is it going I don't know, like is this because of the stocks getting shorted, or is it because of
No, it's not. It's not. It's just the market right now. It's not based on because of the short. I don't think so.
I'm sorry guy, there was disturbance in my house, can you repeat that?
No, I mean, I don't think the move lower is because of short interest.
Okay.
That could happen in individual stocks, but not in an ETF. But again, I'll check it. I mean, 35% short is a lot
Yeah, that's what I
for,
was
for
looking.
an index.
And somewhere it showed like 41%. So I got shocked.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. All right. Okay, there are a few things that I have seen. I mean, one of the reasons I sold most of my oil names is because I was looking at these oil names and look at their RSI. This is a daily RSI. Let me get rid of that. What happened? That's okay. So if you look at the RSI, it's over 70, and every time it has been over 70, it generally moves back. It's looks like everybody is in oil, long oil, and this is a weekly chart. Even weekly chart, look at how many times the weekly chart was overbought. It was overbought in 2018 and now here in 2021. So I think this is not a great place to go long. That's one of the reasons I got out of CVX and also Valero, because they are energy names are way too overbought. That's what I think. And I was looking at, see, I mean, somebody asked me about HAL and also SLB last week. Uh, and even them, they are way too overbought right now. That's, if you look at the chart, this would be an amazing place to get in, because this is a huge cup and it's breaking out, right? So this is a very good pattern to get in, but not when it is so overbought. This could come down really fast if there is a sell-off. Same with SLB. It's breaking out too. It actually hasn't yet, but today we had a huge move, and it looks like this could break out, but a little bit of consolidation will probably be better, I think. CLR looks a little better, I think. See, there are, even in this energy name, some are drillers, some are, there are so many different groups in energy. And CLR and Continental Resource, they are still looking okay, but most of them, I mean, these names, CVX, integrated names, and ExxonMobil, they are all way, way, way overbought. So that's one of the reasons I trimmed most of them. I wanted to talk about that. And
is it because of Russia attacking the?
I don't know. I really don't care, right? I mean, the only thing I want to know is my positions right now, does it have a better risk reward or not? And looks like there is more risk when compared to the reward that we could get. Yes, it could. It's quite possible. And today I posted that Lockheed Martin is about to break out. These are the things they will break out if there is a war. If United States gets into anything involved with this Russia crisis, yeah, we'll probably see Lockheed Martin break out. I haven't seen how the Raytheon is, RTX, right? This already broke out, if you look at that. So yeah,
I
it's
had
possible.
some RTX I sold today. Is it a wrong time to sell?
Okay, as long as you're making money, there is nothing wrong to sell. I mean, there is no right time to sell. The only thing that we can do is we trim. We should probably trim slowly, trim 1/3 at a time. If, as long as we are doing that, as long as you are reducing the risk, I think you should be okay. So this is probably going towards that 100 level. Excuse me. What is the other one? Yeah, the General Dynamics that I still own.
Yeah, that dropped, right?
Well, it's not really. I mean, not much. Right? When compared to this one, it's kind of moving sideways. That's it.
Okay.
It's down 17 cents for $200 stock. It's nothing.
No, I think last Friday it was 216. I was about to sell, and then I saw your message, so I kept it.
It's just breaking out right now. Again,
Okay.
one of the reasons I got into this one is also the reason that if these defense names starts to, well, I could have got into Lockheed Martin, but this was breaking out, so I got into this one. But if things get worse, and believe me, what happens is, if there is a sign of war, these are the ones that are going to break out first before we know the news that there is a war brewing. That's how intelligent market is.
How high it can go?
Who knows, buddy? Nobody knows not how high anything can go. That depends on how worse things could get over there. We have resistance at 230 for now. Yeah, that's probably
So
the
first
next.
it has to hit 230. So potential 230, right? I mean,
Yeah, right now. Yep.
Okay.
I mean,
See, I sold UPS, right? I mean, I made money, but I mean, I have like 10 shares, so it's not like I have a million shares, right? So, but at the same time, I've been holding that for more than a year, so better get the best price when I'm selling, right? So,
no, I think the better thing for you to do is figure out where to get in. If you get in at the right time, you don't have to wait for a year. So when it's, for example, if I know this is hindsight, but this is probably the best time to get in.
yeah, I got like 160.
Yeah. So if you got at any of this time, I mean, you could have sold it during this push higher. You had plenty of chances to sell it right here.
Yeah, but that's like a short-term gain, and anyway, it's like I mean, these are like my long-term portfolio holdings, so I've been liquidating them.
All right, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right, let's NMDM. Yeah, this is in a huge downtrend. I know last year we traded this around here, but yeah, this went down really. I don't know if these are going to come back ever or not. They may never come back. Some of the stocks take 20 years to come back to their highs. And this last 18.
So just take the loss and move on.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, if you look at Intel, even after 20 years, it did not hit high.
Yep. No, I mean, the thing is, if you don't sell it, you're not only losing money here, but you are actually losing the opportunity in better stocks.
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, talking about Doji. So Doji, I can't see a Doji here, but if a stock opens, or if an index, anything that opens and closes at the same place, this is kind of a Doji. Not really, but more or less, yeah. Wherever it opens, if it closes at the same, this is a Doji. Generally, what happens is, whenever you have a big move higher and have a Doji, that is a signal saying that the strength is waning and it's about to turn around. So the next day, if you see, if it breaks this low of that Doji, it means that, that's the follow through for the Doji, and then the security is moving lower, or the other direction. You could get Doji on the top, or you can also get the Doji on the bottom. Here, look at that. You have a Doji, the next day you got a Doji again, then we got 2 days down. This is actually a very, very good. Just not a year. Okay. Yeah, this is a good example. Look at how big the move was. And you got it. Actually, here you got a Doji too, but there was no follow through. Here you got a Doji, again another Doji, and then you got a follow through to the downside. So you need that down follow through after a Doji. That gives you the confirmation that it's tired now and it's going to move the other direction.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure. Yeah, and I don't know. I know a lot of people have been asking me about these Facebook and PayPal and Square. They look awful, and even if they turn around, it might take weeks or months. They're not going to come back, not anytime soon. And this one, I just drew this line. I just saw this breakout level here, 224.20. What's the low today? 224.01. So that could be the support. If that breaks, yeah, it's coming down to 207. And we do have that's your trend line. That trend line comes all the way to 170 or whatever. But again, we'll go through one support at a time and see where it goes. But this is a topping formation. That's a top, around the top, not a it always whenever stock goes down, it goes down really fast. But that's top information. And I would say it's better not to even touch these stocks anymore. You know, this is horrible. I mean, some of the best or the biggest investment firms are just unloading these. So we need the support of the big institutions for us to, you know, keep them higher. Now they are all selling. So these are, you guys know that I bought in around here, not here actually, 60s. Yeah, this is where I bought and I sold. I can't even remember where I sold it, but Square was one of the best investment for me last year or 2020. Okay. But when it's not looking good, we should just forget about it and not worry about the old leaders. I guess I don't have a lot. One other
KT,
thing,
like what's the market trend? What is the market Smith telling us?
yeah, that's what I was just about to talk. So see, right now, when market hit this day, it was way too bearish. I mean, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 5 days down and big moves, right? So one of two things will happen, and then I'll tell you I do have a little bit of, you know, bias to this too, but there is a good chance that it will probably move higher, probably test the 50-day, and probably we'll see another move lower. This is different from all the pullbacks that we have seen in the last 2 years, is because of the depth of or how severe the correction was in the leaders. Right now, I don't see any leaders at all. Okay, that tells me that there is a good possibility this will probably come back and retest these lows, or, you know, undercut them and then probably move higher. And we have to see some strength in NASDAQ. If we don't see strength in NASDAQ, yeah, it's not coming back anytime soon. However, this is still a bounce. Okay, if I am wrong, I don't want to be not in stocks during this move higher. I think I'm in like 25% right now in the market. So that's the most I had since November. So and then on Friday, when it hit this 44.40 and bounced, that gave me a little bit of confidence. That's why I started adding a few positions. So now either this will move higher and go back to the 50-day, or, you know, by the time 50-day could come to this 45.80 level. But whatever might be the direction, we still don't know. If it breaks this 44.40, I'm going to trim at least half of my positions. Okay. But if it goes higher, you know, I'll start taking a little bit of profits too. So we'll see where the market takes us. But as I said, again, the growth is not coming. I don't see any kind of strength in the growth at all. This is probably one of the best stocks I see right now. I mean, it did not go down a lot when compared to the rest of them. DDOG did really well last year. And today I thought it was going to go. It did not. But again, the market was, and they have earnings on this week. Yeah, we'll know what happens. DDOG seems to be the one that this is on my screens. I'm watching this.
Do you have a data dog?
No, I actually had it breaking out of here, 139. I bought some. I bought some at 142. I sold some in this move, and again I sold the rest at 140. See, I did not want to keep it below the low of this candle, 136, on the day of Facebook getting crushed. I got out, but again, you know, it bounced back. I should have gone in again, but again, you know, I don't have that kind of confidence in the market yet. We'll see. I mean, see, yeah, every stock will give us plenty of opportunities. but we will still, even if this bounces over this on this earnings, it will still make a cup and a handle. When it breaks out, we'll get in again. I want to get in at a right price rather than, low price. I want it to work right away as soon as I get in. So what else?
Are you buying 5% of your portfolio now?
Right now? Yes, I am.
Okay, okay.
So I got some into ZS. This, I think I'm underwater right now. Well, everything that I bought is underwater, but not by much. MDB, the same. I got in because it broke above that level. Obviously, it came down. Mosaic is another one that I bought. This still looks okay. Nice breakout. This looks similar to Valero right here. But the only reason I got into Valero is because of, it's hitting new highs. But yeah, Mosaic still looks okay.
You still have Valero?
I sold it today.
Okay.
What else?
What's happening with Tesla?
We just spoke, man. Well, it's still okay. Nothing has changed. It's moving sideways. See, on a down day, while NASDAQ has a distribution day, it is still moving sideways. If the market turns up, this is the first one to go. Move higher. So
No, it was up today, but then I saw some SEC investigation and I don't know, that suddenly made from 947 to drop to 900, I think.
yeah, well, it is. Look at all the, okay, today's range is $45 and the actual, average true range is $63. So it's not bad considering, and everything went down today, right?
Okay.
Well, let me know if you guys have any questions. I don't have much to talk right now. Yeah, TNX is another one to watch. I don't know how far this is going to go. I want to see when it tests this 1971. That's almost 2% on 10-year. I want to see what happens right there. There is some resistance right here. What is that level?
If you have a couple of minutes, could you talk about crypto, if at all,
Yes, sure.
please?
Yep.
Like your thoughts or what you are in right now?
Yep.
I have few stocks I want to check with you, KP.
Yep. Let me know. So,
So you think after it hits 1971, it should drop, or?
see, every level is an inflection point. Either it breaks higher or moves lower. That's what the levels are for, right? So when it hits, we want to see what happens. If it hits and breaks that level, we will see a serious deterioration in all the stocks, especially the growth stocks, all the NASDAQ stocks. But look at Wells Fargo. It keeps chugging higher. This looks really good. That's mainly because they have they have a lot of mortgages. They buy a lot of mortgages. Obviously, they're making the most money right now, and their earnings were pretty good, I think. Yep, 108, 138 versus 108.
You also bought some, right?
I still have it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I have two financials, this one and Morgan Stanley. Morgan Stanley is about to break out. I bought when it was breaking out of this consolidation on Friday. So these are the ones I have. It's hard to own anything else other than, energy or financials, or I have insurance. I never owned an insurance company ever. I don't remember owning any of these stocks ever. But look at that. This looks very bullish. These are the things I see that are doing really good. This was another stock I said, Ryan, this is a insurance too. Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
look at MET, MetLife.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's a nice.
Can you see AIG? AIG also hit new to 52-week high today.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, like what price I should sell now? I have some.
Yeah. See,
$1 million question, right?
no, I mean, if you're profitable, trim. That's it.
No. I mean, I have few shares, so I want to put sell order. I will not be able to monitor.
See,
Should I put 66?
that's see. There are different ways to do it. Okay.
Uh,
Have a limit or stop limit at 61, low of today.
okay.
And if it goes higher, move your stop higher. That's it. That's one way. Or what you could do is you can wait until there is a 3-day low. What I mean by that is, so look at here, right? So you say, let's say you had your stock somewhere here. So you had, this is a 2-day low and this is a 3-day low.
Okay.
So you sell on that day. Until then, you can just wait for it to go down. Right now, because of these, the TNX that I was talking about, if TNX breaks at 2% level, or the 10-year, if it breaks 2%, all these financials are going to move higher. Look at how XLF is trading. I mean, it made a higher high while S&P was, testing the lows, and look at it. It almost, let's see how much it retraced. I mean, financials are looking great right now.
Yeah, but JP Morgan is not doing well actually. If you look at JP Morgan,
Then don't buy JP Morgan. That's it.
no. I mean, I have JP Morgan too. So
yeah, well, my point is buy the ones that is doing really good. If you want to figure out which one to sell, I would probably sell JP Morgan and keep AIG and Wells Fargo. You would want to, I mean, you have to sell the weakest ones and let the runners run. Because if Wells Fargo and AIG starts moving lower, JP Morgan will go down first really fast. So I mean, this one is already above the 61% retracement of that move. And look at where ES is. It actually went to the 61% and started moving lower. So 1, 2, 3, 4 days of red days. This is how you figure out the relative strength. Look at that, 4 days of moving higher. While the market was moving lower, XLF is moving higher. You don't want to be a seller of this. If you want to be in the market, unless you want to be in cash, that's a different issue. But if you want to be in the market, this is where you should be.
but this is temporary, I feel, right now.
What? Okay, first thing, the market is not saying that. Is the market saying that this is temporary? It's moving higher. What else do you want to know?
Okay. See, even utilities are hitting 52-week high.
It came down a little. See, if okay, most of the people buy utilities for their dividend. Okay, if TNX starts to move higher, utilities are not going to do great. You probably XLP will probably do better, because you have, as these dividend stocks are going to do better when the TNX is not much higher. So there is also a chart which measures the dividend stocks against the dividends against the TNX. I don't know. Let me see if I can find it. And there is a ratio. When that ratio turns around, until then, people are going to be in those stocks because you get the dividend on a regular basis. So TNX still looks okay. I mean, I think one of the reasons Coke is higher is because of that. It has a good dividend, and look at that. This one looks really, really good.
Yeah, I got in with you actually these KO options,
Yep.
but they are underwater. I think they are down like 10-20%, right?
Yeah, that's because of, the VIX went down a lot in the last few days. But see, we bought it while it was breaking out. If it breaks out, look at the volatility of these moves, or volatility is very, very low, right?
Yeah.
So I think we should be okay. And also we have earnings this week. Is it this week? Yep, in 3 days.
So will you hold on before earnings or will you?
We'll see where we are.
Okay.
Yeah, we have time, right? So
I also own some Coca-Cola. Should I sell?
again, these are the best stocks right now.
Okay.
And there's, if you sell it and if you want to be in the market, again, you have to buy these. There's nothing else to buy. That is the problem right now.
See,
Unless you
as
want
a
to be in
part
cash.
of diversification, right? I got this when they were low last year.
Yeah. Yep.
So they are saving my account somehow. Little, not much.
Well, I mean, it is much similar to owning S&P 500, right? If you are in S&P 500, you are not feeling any kind of heat. But if you are in software stocks or any of the tech stocks, you are feeling the heat. Look at that.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, if you are in tech stocks, you would be making a lot of money in the last 2 years. So if you are in Coca-Cola, you won't see this, you won't see this.
Yeah. But see, somehow we never, I mean, I did not get that whole run, right? So
That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's how the risk reward works.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Okay, cryptos. Let me open the cryptos.
Can you look at SPG? One more thing.
Yeah. Hold on. Simon Property Group. Yeah, it has to make, it's probably turning around right now. 27305. Oh, there
Today
was
they
any
announced
today?
results.
Oh, it's down.
I don't know. It's down, right? Is it down?
Yeah, it's down $4.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's still in the same range, 144. Yeah, near Friday's level. Again, these are not going to move really a lot, obviously, right? I mean, a lot of people buy this because of their dividend. This is more,
Yeah.
even though this is not a REIT, it is kind of a REIT,
Yeah, it's a malls, right? So
Yeah. Yeah. They do it, they buy it for the dividend. All right. So these are the ones that I can post it in Slack, but these are the ones that I own right now. And I haven't made any changes in the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 months, I think.
So your biggest position would be Ethereum, I believe, or Bitcoin?
Ethereum is number 1, Bitcoin is number 2, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
No Matic, Solana?
I do have them, all of them together. They are, I think 80% of my positions is Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Okay.
And Solana is probably the next one. Yeah. I can send you guys my
Okay.
position sizes if you want.
Thank you.
Yep. Yep.
KP,
Yep.
do you follow Mana, which is a Decentraland?
Yeah, I do own some.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm not much into crypto, but I'm just started dabbling there. But this is one thing which is going very fast up and after it dropped again, right? So is it something to increase the position on that one if it drops again, or does it have any use
Again,
case or a use work?
see, unless they move much higher, I'm not going to add to them. See, this is like investing in a pre-IPO.
Startup.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, either you will make a lot of money or you won't make any money at all. See,
Yeah.
I know right now they are selling a lot of real estate in the metaverse especially in Decentraland and also in Axie Infinity. So they are probably the two most talked cryptos in metaverse. I mean, they are the ones that are available for people to buy. So
Okay.
yeah.
And KP, I missed that word. You said like investing in like what?
So people are buying real estate in metaverse.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's either in Decentraland or Axie Infinity. That's where
Okay.
people are buying and selling them. So
Yeah. That's another big issue. And so
well, you don't have to buy real estate. You buy these and that's it. Let them
yeah,
do the business.
yeah, but that itself is a not a, I don't know, good growth or whatever. So
Again,
this like
these are something that you buy and see how far. Just keep a small position and see.
yeah.
These can go 10x, 100x. Okay, if they really work in the next 2-3 years. So even if you put in $1, that becomes $100. That's a big move. That's all I'm looking for most of these positions, other than Bitcoin and Ethereum. I mean, I was in Bitcoin and Ethereum a long time ago, and they have grown a lot. Other than that, I did not put a bigger position in it either.
Yeah, and I didn't know that you're still in cryptos, but do you have that posting, like how many, what are the percentage you just said, like, or you can post it again?
I'll post it. I'll post it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks.
Sure.
And I don't know if you still have other questions to answer before I ask.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you may not like this question, but I like to still ask. Like, so from your experience, right, from what all this going on now, and stocks, like ETF, everything is down for months now, weeks. So, are you expecting any crash, or we have to just watch the levels and move on?
Watch the levels. There is nothing else. See, nobody knows what's going to happen. So, I'll give you my take on it. So, what happens is, let's go back to TNX. So, what happens is, when they start raising the interest rates, okay, the market will start to do better, not worse. The market will start to do better. The first 2-3, I mean, this is based on history. Nobody knows it's going to repeat or not, but this has happened at least 2 or 3 times. When they start to raise the interest rates, the market will move higher with it. Okay. But there will be a time when, let's say they increase it for 3 times. Okay. And when they get into 4th time or 5th time, that's when market may not take it and market might collapse then. So right now, I don't think this is a severe crash. That I'm not expecting a severe crash, obviously, or else I wouldn't be, going long right now. We don't even know. Okay, there's another thing. This is something. So this is treasury. These are tips. Okay, inflation protected treasuries. Look at that. It's going down. This is not expecting any inflation at all. So if there is no inflation, they're not going to do 4 or 5 cuts as everybody is expecting. They haven't started cutting at all. Raising at all. Not cutting, I'm sorry. So we will see. We don't even know what's going to happen.
So you said like there's no inflation, so that's why this one is moving down?
Yes. This tells us that there is no inflation.
Yeah, that is it. Yeah, which is not true, we know, but
no, this is true. I'm saying this is true. Believe me, what we know does not matter. Market tip says that there will not be any inflation going forward, not right now. Going forward, the inflation is going to go down, not higher.
Okay, market is not expecting inflation.
Any inflation, yes. Or else we wouldn't be seeing this. Again, the reason I don't talk about all these things is because I don't want to confuse people. But I mean, when I see all these things, I understand that what's happening out there and what the market is telling us based on so many things. And if this keeps moving lower, Fed may not increase probably more than 2 or 3 times, or maybe they'll just stall. See, there are two ways you will get a lot of inflation. First is growth. The growth has gone down now. Okay, that could also, and again, if the growth goes down, and if the Fed increases rate, that's going to be a concern. I mean, that's when you could see a huge drop in the market. It means that Fed is wrong, but they are going to look at all these things. They know what's happening. But right now, the administration wants the inflation down, so they'll do whatever is required to do to show
So
that.
what you're saying is, in other words, if Fed is raising the rates, then growth has to go up for the better market, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Well, without growth, market is not going up. See, I mean, when I'm trading stocks like Aflac, okay, it means that there is no growth in the market. Because I mean, stocks like insurance stocks are the best stocks that we can find right now. That's horrible.
Can you go to the ES?
Yes. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah. Okay. I thought you were done. Yeah.
Yeah. No. I forgot. I wanted to check this and what happened. Okay. All right. To the penny. This is good. Yeah. Go ahead. You were saying something?
Can you go to the ES or?
Yep.
So like since last February or March, right? We had problem with the growth, right? The growth didn't go, but the market was, I don't know, like did the market move up since February, March?
It
I
did.
think it did, right?
It did.
Yeah. So I think you just said that like without growth, the market will not move up.
Okay. What I mean by that is not just, see, ES has become more, what do you call? Well, again, for me, most of the time market is growth. Okay. And when I say growth, I'm not just talking about this market, but our daily life, well, the growth of the economy. There won't be any growth in the economy. Let's see how RSP did. From February, this is an equal weight. So it did okay. Yep. See, the setups that I do, the growth stocks that I trade, where you make the most of the money, is not working right now at all. I mean, they are in big downturns. And when you see stocks like Facebook, go down like this is definitely not a good market at all. I know a lot of people were talking about Snap last week, saying that it went up 50%. This is a very, very, very bad market to trade. Swing trades, very bad market, because you buy this even here or anywhere, it could go down 7-10% the next day. You're stopped out, right? You want to be in a market where you won't get stopped out. Even if it has to be gradual, very less volatility. But the stocks that we are trading right now, the volatility is ridiculous. I mean, a stock like Amazon is moving like this. This is crazy. It's hard to trade this. I mean, because we trade options, we know that the maximum you would lose is that option, whatever the premium is. So that's one good thing about trading the volatility with options is you know how much you're going to lose.
KP,
Yep.
What's your thoughts on trading futures?
It's hard, man. It's hard.
Because it's all levels, right? Like look at the ES, it went up and then when we hit 4,500 and then it dropped.
Well, I mean, I traded futures a long time, 2012, 2013. Yeah. I once in a while think about it, but what I have learned over the years is moving from, stocks to options to futures and coming back. That's not, if you want to make money, you have to get really good at one thing. And you can only get really good at one thing is by trading one particular asset. I was looking at my performance since last April. And believe me, most of the money I made is in options. I made like 20% of those profits came from stocks. I mean, the way I see it, I have a better edge in options than in stocks. That's how it is right now. And the reason that stocks are not working for me is because stocks are always swing trades. I would like to wait for a few days, and I'm getting stopped out really fast. For options, even a small move, I take a little bit off. So, I roll them. I do a bunch of things when things are working or when things are not working. So since last April, as I said, the only thing that has been working really well was options.
No, I mean, is there do you see problem trading futures? Or is it like too much?
Well, okay. Your level should be very, very near, next to each other, and you have to be right there all the time. And you should have those stop losses put in there already. Okay. And it's leveraged, right? So, if you do 2 contracts, every point is, how much is that? $100. So think about that. If a stock
every
goes
day
down,
it's easy to make a couple of thousand, right? Without worry.
no, easy to lose couple of thousand.
I know. I'm just kidding.
I know.
Maybe you
Well,
can stop the recording, man.
oh yeah.